Feast is proudly sponsored by Robertson's.
I'm Reuben Riffel. Now, this time of the year, for me, it's all about my closest friends and my family. My mom and my grandmother used to spoil me rotten when it came to food. And I thought this year, it's about time that I return the favor. I'll be preparing a feast of slow-roasted beef flat ribs drenched in astanis and honey marinade, roast baby chickens with a cucumber pickle, a prawn salad with grapefruit and namjum dressing, and on the side, a delicious beetroot and candied walnut salad. To finish off, my mom's favorite dessert, a vanilla-infused creme brulee with creme fraiche sorbet and summer berries. So I'd like you to join me while I go shopping. So when I was a little boy, I actually grew up playing in a car like this. My uncle parked his broken down car in my dad's yard, and me and my friends used to play in it and, pretend that we were going somewhere. And I loved the smell of the car, especially in summer, of those seats. So when the opportunity came up to buy a car like this, I just couldn't resist. I'm gonna go buy dairy. I'm gonna go buy milk and butter and some yogurt. And I'm gonna go to Milan's Dairy. It's a dairy that I've been using for the last couple of 20 years. Milan Dairy has been around since 1948. It started out as a small family operation. They had their own cows, but times have changed. So today, they also distribute dairy products and various other products from other farms. Do you remember the days when we could buy milk in these glass bottles? I was just a little boy, and over the years, the packaging of especially milk have changed. I think they've done this especially for me, so I'm going to take quite a few of these. Next stop is to get my meat. Some beef flat rib and some baby chickens. And I've got a really special butcher for that. Hey Ryan.
How's it going?
Good to see you, man.
Good. Yeah, you too.
I'm here at my butcher, Ryan Boone, to pick up some beef flat rib and baby chickens. Ryan is a butcher that focuses on grass-fed beef and pasture-raised beef, so only the highest quality. I prefer grass-fed beef. It's just got so much more flavor. I like the marbling on the meat as well. Look at this yellow color on this fat, for example. And I can smell it already. And marbling is important when it comes to grilling especially, because you want a lot of that fat that's actually inside of the meat. It makes it much more juicy, and I find there's just an explosion of flavors. So Ryan, I want the flat rib. I actually prefer the flat rib to the short rib. Okay. I find the short rib sometimes got too much fat on it, and the flat rib, to be honest, I actually like the look of it as well. And
Definitely.
It's
a very sexy piece of meat.
It's a very sexy piece of meat, and it's got that more of a clean meat on the bones as well. So when you roast it, that meat just sort of like shrinks towards the middle, slow roast, beautiful.
So basically what we have here, we've got the full front quarter of the animal. Animal's obviously broken into four, so we've got one of the four quarters here. This 1, 2, 3, 4 ribs down, this is your prime rib, or your rib of beef.
Yes.
So you've got your ribeye steak here running down 4 bones.
I can see the marbling
And it's
there
beautiful.
as well,
You can see the little intermuscular fat.
Yes.
It's about 14 to 21 days dry age, so it's already getting a little bit crusty on the outside. Basically, just from this, we're going to mark it down. We're going to cut it down here in the bandsaw just now. Then all these bones running across all the way down to here, to about there where your brisket starts.
Yeah.
This is all the flat rib. So we're going to be prepping you a lovely piece of flat rib from the middle here. It's going to be nice and chunky, beautiful marbling. You can see all the,
I can see it
fat
already,
in the
yeah.
meat.
Look at that.
It's absolutely fantastic. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful piece of meat.
Hey, I can't
What
wait.
time is dinner? I'll be
Should I invite you?
definitely, yeah. There you go.
And you see, the thing is, it's more meat than anything else. And that's
Exactly.
what I love about this also.
Definitely.
Excellent.
You also asked me to
Oh,
get you
yes,
some
my
baby
chickens.
chickens. Don't forget about those. some lovely petit poussins for you.
Lovely.
Also some
Indeed,
nice
what are these?
turkeys. No, some lovely turkeys we've got in stock for some clients. So
Excellent.
when you're ready to place your turkey orders, you know where to call.
So I'm heading out of Paarl now towards Stellenbosch to Rozendal farm, and I'm going to get some special vinegar. They specialize in making vinegar that they age for quite some time in wine barrels, actually. And they've got a variation of flavors. And I've been using them for quite some time, and it really gives my food just a different dimension. Hey Alex,
Hi, Reuben. Yes.
great to finally meet
Wow,
you.
yeah,
man.
finally. Great. Well, thanks for coming around.
Yeah, no, excellent.
Yeah.
I've used your product for so long, and we've just never met. You know, the first time I actually tasted it was I had it with an oyster, an onion mignonette on the oyster, and I was like, where does this stuff come from?
Yeah. What we do is we start off with a base of a Bordeaux-style red wine, and from that we start to convert it to an acid. That takes up to 12 years because it goes through natural fermentation, similar to the Bordeaux style, only through aeration and oxidation, not distillation. So that's the vinegars that most people know is the one that is distilled.
Distilled, yeah.
So that's what makes it a unique vinegar, because it's that long process and long time that it takes to convert. And once we have the base vinegar, we macerate it with different herbs. So like I think the one you like quite a bit is the fynbos, which has all the, it's got buchu, honeybush tea, rose geranium, and those also start to give the vinegar extra flavors, not just the acidity and the sweetness, but also the complexity of the herbs.
Before I discovered your vinegar, I used to like the wine vinegars, like the Cabernet Sauvignon vinegars. They were great as well, balsamic style.
Yes.
But this has got a lightness to it as well.
I think
it's so fragrant.
I think the fragrance you're getting from the floral nature of the fynbos. So the buchu's got almost like a minty flavor to it, the honeybush tea, and vanilla we also use in one of them. So those also, starts to make it more unique, more complex, and that's what, it's well-rounded, but it's got complexity. So that's kind of what it introduces into the food.
Can I do a quick tasting?
Yes, that'll be great, yeah. I see you're not scared to do it.
No, not at all.
Okay, we'll do the fynbos. When you drink this, you can take most of that in your mouth. Keep it in your mouth, swirl it around. The enzymes in your mouth start to neutralize the acid, and it becomes a lot sweeter and creamier the more you keep it in your mouth.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. These are your 2 vinegars.
So thank you very much, and have a great festive season.
Great. Thank you for coming, Reuben.
Thank you, man.
Keep
You
well.
can just put this on my tap.
I'll do that.
love December. First of all, it's my birthday month, but I think it's more than that. You know, especially growing up, for us it was school holidays. We were quite traditional in terms of going to church. My grandmother, our family, and a lot of my dad's brothers, my uncles, they lived in the same street. So we almost owned the street, if you could. I mean, we played games in summer in the street until late at night. So those are the things maybe that adds to the fact that it's also my birthday month. So my grandmother still lives in the street, and I was born in a house on a bed. I was born actually, so lots of, not that I can remember it, but lots of memories. So this is the house where I grew up in. A lot of playing. We used to actually have a tree here in the middle, and steps that went up that way. That changed it. It's still family of mine staying here though.
We must still pull that through a string then.
It's a nice hook.
Okay, so while the girls are decorating, I better get cracking on with my preparations for this flat rib. And it needs quite a bit of preparation, but not in terms of working on the flat rib. I'm gonna make a really nice marinade to go with it. I'm making a marinade to add flavor to it and also to balance all those, you know, lovely meaty and fatty flavors. So I've decided on sort of like an Asian marinade. I've got soy that's gonna really add that saltiness. So I've got a soy sauce here. Then I want a bit of spice. And it's not a hot spice, it's a warm spice that adds lots of flavor as well. I've got some black pepper, and then sesame oil, garlic. So I'll start by crushing this. I need quite a bit of garlic. So I use salt in the beginning of the cooking also. I love doing this because I want the flavors to start developing from the beginning. And then just lightly crush it. Okay, star anise, I'll just think for that amount, I'll just use 4 of them, some black peppercorns. I just wanted to infuse my marinade. I don't want it to overpower it. Also in there, my sesame oil, probably going to use a 1/4 cup, some soy sauce. Just any light soy sauce you can use. Stay away from sweet soy sauce because I want to control the sweetness that's going to go into my marinade. Obviously with slow roasting you have to stay away from adding too much sugars onto your marinade, otherwise your meat will start burning before it's actually cooked. I'm going to add honey. So it's already starting to smell great. Just needs 1 more ingredient. So I'm making apple juice to go with it. Granny Smith's got that sweetness, it's got a lot of acidity as well that I love. And I'm actually after some of that acidity as well. So this is going to go in there, into our marinades. Lovely. All I want is for all those flavors just to work together and just blend well together. And for me to do that, especially the spices, the garlic, is to heat it up. You want me to get you a chair? Okay, for now you can watch me and then later you can help me, okay? Is that a deal? I'm just cutting off this a bit of fat. Yeah? Let's go. Just a bit closer. There's loads of fat inside the meat, so it's fine to get rid of some of it on top. You're gonna cook food one day?
Yes.
You're gonna become a chef?
Yes.
I'm going to be turning this until I go to bed tonight. And in the morning it should be beautiful, well marinated, and ready to put into the oven. I'm using these beautiful little petit poussins, baby chickens. And I'm not gonna spatchcock them. I like them in this beautiful shape that they are in. But I'm going to make a marinade. I want to call this a basting more than a marinade, because I'm going to keep on basting it while it's in the oven as well. But I'll start to lightly marinate in the beginning. So I'm going to make a paste using these fresh turmeric. I've got lemongrass. And then again, I've got some garlic, some Thai fish sauce. Now, Thai fish sauce, I'm going to use it to add a bit of saltiness to my marinades and balance really nicely with this palm sugar. Now, palm sugar, the main reason I use it is because it's just got so much more flavor. You don't use refined, too refined sugar, especially when you have these Thai recipes that a lot of people enjoy experimenting with. And white pepper. So I'll probably say there's a lot of favorite things of mine. White pepper is definitely probably up there, because we're so hooked on black pepper, and we forget about white pepper. And white pepper's got that pungency, it's got that heat, and just so much more flavor. Fresh turmeric, we don't really see it often. Now, this is actually going to give a lot of color to our dish as well, and that's why I love it. I mean, it's this beautiful, deep yellow color. Just going to crush this lemongrass. So I'm doing this to release flavor, and you can chop it up so much easier. So just crush it. In the chicken with roasting, you'll probably pick up the garlic flavor a bit more, so I'm not going to add too much of it. But one of my favorite dishes is chicken with 40 cloves of garlic. And by the way, I don't think my grandmother likes garlic too much, I don't want to make her angry. She's 90. She turned 90 this year, so quite an old lady, but she had like 12 kids. Big family with quite a lot of grandkids and great-grandkids, and she knows, I think she's memorized all their names, which is amazing. And she's a great woman. She's always been a great cook. She loves good food, but simple food, so I really hope she's going to like this.